All right, guys, we're live. I got addicted to this, even though nobody's watching. I'm just gonna keep doing this for as long as I can. Where's this on button? And this one has a great story behind it. Not only being awesome statue by Eric Sosa, Battle Wolverine. I realized in the last one I wasn't looking at the camera at all. I have to change that. Probably going to put the camera down there so I don't have to constantly look up, even though it's good for your posture. Um, like I said in my other, uh, uh, let's see if I can get closer to looking at you guys. These aren't like reviews. These are my opinions of statues. I'm not trying to grade this, rate this, anything like that. I'm telling you why I like it, why I think it's awesome. First one, I got matching comic with that. Let's grab that quick. Grab all the pieces to this because I have to tell the story behind it in case the first person I was gonna buy it from sees this video. Um, because it was weird. And the guy that turned me on to this statue, of course, really wanted to get rid of it. He wanted room, but anyways, here's the ooh, that lighting, something I'm gonna have to work on. Here's the cover. This was structured or probably based upon something like that. There's also a lot of Wolverines that look like this in comic pages, I mean. So there could have been a lot of that, but look at the shading on the arm there. So this is the battle damaged exclusive version with 3 heads sculpted by Sosa. There are very few of these in the world, and you can see there's a bunch of arrows in his back. You've got just torn up suit. Uh, the snow is, I think they could have done a little better on the snow. Like it looks like he was probably could have been covered in snow if he's getting um, throwing stars and arrows shot at him. He'd probably be jumping and diving. Who knows? But not every statue is perfect. So I think the statue is great. It's a little bigger than what I usually um, would go for. I would say that's what she said joke, but um, that's Mr. X's thing, and I don't want to copy that. I'm again just giving my personal thing about this. So the story behind this and how I got turned on to it. A local collector hit me up on eBay. Do you have Facebook? Yes. So we started talking to avoid um, the you know stuff that goes around buying things through a certain party. Um, and this was something that I wanted 100%. I didn't have, I bought some Magnetos first, one that I found pretty overpriced. The other one, the company is not even a company anymore, pretty looked down upon because of what happened with that company. So I don't know, but it's an artist proof of Triumph Magneto, so I'll take it. Um, thought it was a good deal. Probably overpaid by $1,000, I'm guessing. Um, but anyways, I make a second deal, right? And immediately after I make a second deal, a guy hits me up and we start talking on Facebook. Lots of mutual friends in some of the custom groups, and he makes me an outstanding offer um, for this Magneto and this one, or told me I could just buy this one and pay shipping, and it's substantially lower than what the first guy offered me. But I'm not a person to break my word, so I'm gonna pay what I told him, about $3,000 essentially for one. The last level brown Wolverine was being thrown in. That's $800 to $900 best, probably. They're You can go find them. I can order one right now from somebody that I know. Um, so I'm really paying $3,000 for one statue. How it got to 3,000? It started at 2.6. I need more time. I don't know if I want to give it away. Then it went to 2.8. I bought something in between. I bought an X23 back there, right down there. I think that it was a good purchase, and I think that he gave me a fair price on it. Although both times I had to drive quite a ways to go get it, which is fine, whatever. And we shook on it that day. So a handshake at 28, you've already increased the price on me. I've already got a backup deal that's way better. I'm holding my word. You've already increased the price on me. And I agreed to 2,800 for both statues. So 2,000 for this, 800 for the this brown Wolverine that I don't really want. I've got brown Wolverines. I don't want anymore. I only have one now, so now I want it. But anyways, we shake on it in person, and to me, that means something. 2 days before I'm gonna go get it, he gives me a choice. He wants 3,000 for it or no deal, and I say no deal because I have the backup one. I say it's no deal. I'm not doing that. We just shook on it, and he blocks me. So, um, if you're dealing with people like that, and there are people like that, just be careful. It was already a process to work with him, a little bit ridiculous. Um, uh, Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's over. I got this for so much less. I'm not even going to say what it was. Exact same thing. The EX version. Um, uh, I've got the 2 extra heads right here that we're going to take a look at for so much less. Be patient, which is something I'm working on as a newer collector. Be patient. You get what you want. Anyways, that's my story on how I got the Battle Wolverine. This is my Grail, the Wolverine that if everything had to go, I would run back into the house and grab. And maybe, where's the finger pointing at that one? I grab that one too, the end, which is another custom piece that we'll look at. But we'll stop it right here. Let's see. But I did want to say thank you to that collector. If you ever do see this, thank you for asking for more money or telling me and then blocking me in immaturity and saying our other deals are also off. That's not how you should act or conduct yourself. If we have a deal, we have a deal. And I put up with you changing it twice, for you to block me with other deals to go on after that. Extremely immature. I suppose chirping back in this video is immature, but you're probably never going to see it, so it doesn't matter. Let's take a look at this statue now. We talked about the feet. The snow is good. He's covering his belly. He's obviously hurt walking home. We got the sword in the ground. Miss Darrow right here. So they're still coming after him. Or you could take it out and they're not coming after him, right? And maybe take these out and some of the other stuff out and display it with this guy. There is a huge seam line behind here. Luckily, usually the way you would display it, you would never see it, but it's a nasty, nasty seam line under here. That is one of my things about that. Here is the one where no seam line, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I mean, you can barely tell. He has fangs. It isn't the greatest angle. This is you would display him much higher just to see it. But you can see that these pop out right here. They go in specific places. Here. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place just because I like this statue so much. But the shading's great. Just all the rips and tears where he's probably torn out a arrow or I'm forgetting the name of whatever this is. Throwing star. Sorry, I was trying to think of the Japanese name of it and I couldn't think of it. So whatever. You can see that he is probably most likely still being hunted though. Right here, and then the third head. Oh, I guess there is a little bit of a seam line back there, but not as bad as the other one. The third head is, love it. His eyes, you can see he is just absolutely bearing pain. The face has great sculpt on it. I think the texture, this is an older statue. Probably would have been different now. I think the mask was done very well. The nostrils, the mouth, could have been a little bit more facial hair. Like Wolverine has to tuck his facial hair in, right? Like where is the facial hair? It's got to come out a little bit. Like look, does that, like you go from all that facial hair to that, like how? Impossible, right? So I like the statues that do show the facial hair coming out a little bit from his mask. I think that's smart. I think it's detail. But this is just so smooth and fine. Not like a leather suit, I guess you would say. So, but anyways, huge seam line on this one, massive seam line. But you can see he's bearing the pain there, trying to heal. Blood splatter in the snow, and finally, a statue with retracted claws. He doesn't have a replacement arm for this where you can, or put the claws in. Finally, a statue with retracted claws. Almost every single statue that I can think of has claws. Except for one right behind me with a switch out. They're He's holding a sword, and no claws out, obviously, because he has a sword in his hand. But finally, a statue that is not just showing him with his claws out all the time. He's got them out here. Looking at this is a 1/3 scale. Let's take the claws. They kind of sit up over his hand, so I don't know how that works. So, you know, comic accuracy doesn't make sense. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they sit on top. So this is like these are on the gloves, which doesn't make sense. Bothers me a little bit. Not that much. It's not like I'm going to throw it away, but here's the length of here to knuckles, elbow. Almost perfect still. They look super long, but almost perfect there. But it just does bother me. They're not coming through, his knuckles there. But this way, which you're displaying it looks like they are. So that is Battle Wolverine again. Most likely would not display any of these. This is the one that I would go with. Oh, that could have fixed that seam line there. There we go. This is the one I would go with. Battle damage, healing, cigar, fights over, walking home. Just tired with the stogie in his mouth. Just stubborn Logan hasn't even taken the arrows out yet or anything like that. That's exactly how I would display it. And yeah, that's it. I know most of this was a kind of a story that didn't pertain to the statues so much, but patience is a virtue sometimes, and you learn that when you get into any hobby. You go buy the wrong things. I bought a bunch of Razer stuff for my computer. I like Corsair now, whatever it is. I ran out and bought independent trucks for my skateboard when I was 13 and got enough money, and I could have gone for something cheaper because I destroyed them not knowing how to skateboard, and putting them together, especially for your first set. Why would you buy the best independent super bearings, whatever they were? So luckily my patience on this one paid off, and I got the Grail. Honestly, I hope the guy hears the story too, because a handshake's a handshake. And in the custom game online too, I think it's important. But we were literally here where I live. I shook his hand a week before this trade was going to happen, and at $2,800, and we confirm it online a day later. And then all of a sudden he sends me a message. I consulted with my friend. I need more. I'll give you a choice. I understand if you don't. I said, then no, because I had the backup, and he blocks me and then said he'll take his business elsewhere. And we had deals for other statues that I wanted, which I think is pretty disrespectful. Just kind of like a little prick, but whatever. Excuse my language, but that's just not how I would ever roll. You gave me a choice, and my choice paid off. Thank you a bunch. Take it easy, guys. This is an awesome Wolverine. It is a 1/3. It is not a 1/4. Remember that if you're looking for it, you're probably not going to find it, or it's going to take you a while. They're out there, though. Be patient, and you'll find the Grail.